That is breaking, and we'll get more information on that. I don't see any elevated concerns from a wind standpoint there, but you could see there was plenty of brown grass in that view, which means you've got plenty of dry tinder, at least within reach of those flames. We don't know exactly what was burning there. We'll get updated information on that as the afternoon will go on, and we'll let you know any pertinent information on it. So let's come back to the actual forecast at this point. You see what the marine layer is doing up there. It's trying to build in, but it's not having a whole lot of luck just yet. Beautiful display on the virtual map. So let's put the satellite imagery in the right here and now. There we are going into the early 5 o'clock hour. That's our last satellite frame. The marine layer is going to build back on again tonight. So tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to see the gray clouds that have filled in much of the immediate bay. A little bit more tomorrow than we had today. So we're going to, that's a theme really over about the next 3 days. We're going to see more influence of the marine layer building in each morning. It's going to fill in for the morning, and all those clouds will be gone by the time we get to like 10, 11 in the morning. They will have melted back to the immediate Golden Gate. You'll have plenty of sunshine under it and a beautiful day. Speaking of which, let me show you what it'll feel like. This is your Sunday, and what's nice about this is it's exactly what you did today. There's very little difference on any of these numbers for tomorrow in comparison to the daytime highs that you just had. So your second half of the weekend is going to look and feel pretty much almost identical to the way the first half of it did on Saturday. So let me show you how the pattern's going to change. First thing I want you to see is what's behind driving our weather this week. We've got ourselves locked into a pattern that's going to keep things relatively cool, a little more marine layer each morning. And then by the end of the week, we're going to get a pretty noticeable warm-up. Some of us might have to go near 100 by Thursday and Friday. That's really the main story here. So let me just give you a little background to how this is all going to play out. First off, the next 3 to 4 days where the marine layer deepens, we see a little more of it in the morning. What's driving that? You don't see anything out here on the regular satellite, obviously. There's not much there. Watch what happens on the water vapor. There you have it. Area of low pressure. See it? Beautifully defined. I've been showing these a lot over the last week and a half, and it might almost seem like, well, we see that there all the time. We don't. I've been showing these for the last week and a half because it's been fairly unusual for late July, or I should say for late June and early July, for the Pacific to keep throwing these areas of low pressure our way. Did you notice we haven't had any real nasty heat waves here? And this is playing a role in that. Now, if that's what this is doing over the last few days, this deepens the marine layer, it keeps the cool temperatures around. Instead of looking at the last 12 hours of satellite, let's put it in the forecast imagery. Where is that area of low pressure going? It's not going to turn into a storm, but it is going to keep the marine layer going, and it's going to keep the cool temperatures here, and it's going to stall out and spin there. I just played that all the way through Wednesday. So from now through Wednesday, we've got this area of low pressure right off the coast. Your forecast is not going to change. The marine layer is going to get a little deeper. Temperatures are going to stay very well behaved, just like today. And then Thursday and Friday, it's going to leave. Let's look at that for a second, because when it leaves, it's going to get replaced by a pretty noticeable warm-up coming our way. So let's go back to the virtual map. Watch what happens when we switch. Instead of looking at Sunday, let's get Thursday on here. And when we look at Thursday, you're going to see a lot more red. And when we look at Thursday's numbers, they go a lot higher, especially out here. Antioch's probably getting to around 100. Concord's going to get close. North Bay Valleys will be in the low to mid-90s. San Jose, your temperatures will be in the mid-80s. There's a 70-degree day in San Francisco. Thursday and Friday. Both of these days are going to be pretty warm by the time we get there. So let's see what it looks like in a 7-day forecast. How long will we be doing that? Well, we'll start out by taking a look at our inland microclimate first. And the good news is, not long. We'll do the big warm-up for Thursday and Friday, and then look at Saturday. We're going to start coming back down again. So we probably won't even be breaking records when we do that, but it is going to be noticeably warmer than it's been, and it'll be about 2 days, Thursday and Friday, and then thankfully it'll get better by next weekend. All right, Andrea, back over to you.